pantheon of video games, there are some whose stories must be told. Whilst many characters have suffered during the arc of their story, few have suffered both emotional and biological trauma to the same level as today's character. This is the story of Ashley Graham in Resident Evil 4. At only 20 years old, Ashley Graham should have been enjoying a simple life, but as a president's daughter, she became an unwilling pawn when kidnapped by a soldier named Krauser and taken to a rural village in Spain, where she was injected by an infectious parasite named Las Plagas. Ashley was locked away in a nearby church and waited until eventually someone came. She threw items at him, desperate to fight him away, fearing yet another threat. However, this man explained himself to be Leon Kennedy, an agent that had been sent by her father, the president, to rescue her. Finally, there was some hope for Ashley, and she, along with Leon, made their way down to the church. However, there they were confronted by Lord Sattler, the seeming leader of this village. He explained that she had already been infected by the same Las Plagas that rendered the people of this village under his control, and that soon she would be one of his minions. He didn't even stop them as they began to flee back towards the village, with Ashley being caught in barbaric traps and Leon needing to step in to save her at every turn. Soon, hordes of villagers closed in on their location, with Ashley and Leon seeking refuge in a nearby building. But the two were not alone, with Louise, a man who Leon had already come into contact with, already occupying the building. Louise's awkward and clumsy advances to Ashley were not well received, especially as Ashley noted the villagers were continuing to advance on them. With Ashley hiding upstairs, Louise and Leon were able to fight off the villagers, and with Louise set on his own individual quest, Ashley and Leon left the safety of the homestead to carry on their escape. Whilst frightened, Ashley refused to let herself become paralysed by fear. Staying with Leon, the two sought refuge in a nearby castle, and, thinking they'd left the danger of the villagers behind, proceeded inward, only to find even more of a threat awaiting them. Inside, they were confronted by Ramon Salazar, who made them aware that Leon himself was worthless, but that one way or another, soon Ashley would be their hostage again. Ashley, terrified to become one of these people, was comforted at least by Leon, telling them that one way or another they would find a cure. This gave Ashley motivation, and soon, rather than remaining a helpless victim, reliant on Leon's support, she actively began to aid their quest and bravely put herself in positions of danger. But as she began to cough blood, indicating that her time was running out, she fled away from Leon, desperate not to put Leon in harm's way, and instead ran directly into a trap set up for her by the master of this twisted castle. For a second time in a row, Ashley was left trapped, isolated and alone. Fortunately, Leon was able to find her and, despite great distance, shoot her free of the bondage holding her in place. Unfortunately for Ashley, while she was pleased to see Leon, her relief would be short-lived. Hordes of Las Plagas infected priests made their way into the room, and while Leon was able to provide cover, Ashley found herself alone yet again. But refusing to be paralysed by fear, Ashley faced her terrors head-on and was able to make her way around and through the castle's interior to try and find a way to reconnect with Leon. Despite numerous obstacles getting in her way, Ashley was unwilling to give up and was determined, one way or another, to find her way home and outside of this nightmarish situation. Unlike Leon, Ashley had no weapons, no training, only her wits and resources and a solitary torch. Despite this, along her journey, Ashley was able to solve a puzzle and recover an essential artifact that she rightly assumed would come in handy further into their escape. Uncovering a secret ladder, she was able to make her way back up to the same floor Leon had been on and was soon reconnected with her friend. Relieved and excited to see Leon again, she ran into his arms, once again filled with hope, but now knowing that she was able to be a crucial part of this team. Reconnecting with Leon, however, did not exactly end the dangers, and soon the two nearly became a Ashley and Leon sandwich. But soon escaping from this, Ashley was yet again captured, this time by hideous flying bugs. Mutated people that had become terrifying insects, again because of an advanced version of the Las Plagas. Ashley was used then as a trap to bait Leon forward, a trap that the former agent of Raccoon City fell for, with Ashley fearing him dead. She was carried away to an island, thinking that there was no rescue, but rescue came. Leon had survived, and their unshakable bond had led them to reconnect. Their only way to escape from this new and terrifying island was through a garbage chute that led them down to even more danger. Whilst Leon had already killed Ramon Salazar, soon they were face to face with Lord Sadler. But this time there would be no fight, no conflict. Both Leon and Ashley were so hopelessly infected by Las Plagas, which was starting to control their nervous system, that Lord Sadler was able to control them directly, crippling Leon and establishing full control over Ashley, who walked willingly towards him. Thinking quickly, Leon was able to throw a tracking device on the back of Ashley, and as he watched her walk away, not captured but willingly, he knew that she had very little time left if he was going to save her, and the same could be said for him. Ashley was locked in stasis, kept for whatever nefarious means Lord Sadler and his people had in mind. Leon came to her rescue and was attacked by Lord Sadler, with this new enemy showing superior speed and strength, similar to that seen by Albert Wesker. Fortunately for both Leon and Ashley, Ada Wong, an old associate of Leon's, came to their rescue at this point, shooting Lord Sadler with enough bullets to decimate a normal human. But Lord Sadler didn't even fall. In the chaos, Leon was able to grab Ashley and carry her away from the threat that Lord Sadler posed, barely receiving a scratch from the bullet fire. Ada provided cover as the two escaped and began their journey towards salvation. In his absence from Ashley, Leon had found that a certain dose of radiation could kill the Las Plagas in their system. He insisted that Ashley practice on him first, and with her best efforts, Ashley was able to use the device that they had found, target and kill the Las Plagas inside Leon's system. The procedure was clearly painful and terrifying. It came with high risks, but Leon was able to survive, and to Ashley's relief on looking at the scans, it was clear that Las Plagas had not. She knew exactly what she was stepping into, as she bravely stated that she was up next. Following Leon's lead, she sat within the chair and let Leon use the device and the radiation it charged into her body to kill the Las Plagas inside her, once and for all. Despite the physical trauma it caused, the young Ashley was able to stand and was filled with a determination to make their escape. She embraced Leon, and the two set off to escape the island. Ashley waited while Leon defeated Lord Sattler again with the aid of Ada Wong, and using a jet ski she had left for them, the two escaped the island as it exploded behind them, finally destroying this twisted castle and, hopefully, Las Plagas with it. On escaping, Ashley insinuated that she had perhaps additional feelings for Leon. However, Leon's priorities were getting her home safe and sound to her father. It's often forgotten just how much Ashley went through and how brave she was throughout this entire adventure. Hopefully this story has reminded you just how impressive a character Ashley Graham was. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take the high ground.